Something I think everyone gets wrong is that they think startups are more risky than corporate, but give me like a couple minutes and I'll change your mind. This is from someone who's worked in corporate and now works in startups. First things first, got to get the numbers out of the way. 90% of startups are going to fail in 10 years. And that is what the numbers say, so we can't ignore that. However, we got to address the elephant in the room, which is Big Daddy AI. What is the number one thing that a company wants to do? Maximize shareholder value. We've all heard that finance bro shit before. Companies are going to get rid of employees, and we're already seeing that. Like if you just go online today and you search layoffs, you'll see Amazon, you'll see Google, you see Meta, you see all of these different companies laying off thousands of employees because they can. Because AI is helping make people more productive, and that means less people need to do the same job. That is a reality. Why is it safer to then join a startup or start your own business? That is the question of the day. The reason I say this is because the rate of skill acquisition at a startup is unlike any other job. You will wear so many different hats. You will do things that you never thought you would ever be doing. Like I had a degree in finance and economics, and my role is growth and marketing. I built our entire website from code. I've hired people, I've fired people. I've helped our startup get to 175,000 signups. The rate at which you learn is unlike anything else you will ever experience. And that builds a moat around yourself. Look, I get job offers every couple weeks. I will say no to every single one of them because this startup is so ingrained with what I believe my purpose is. But you will not struggle with getting a job if you can find the right startup. Like investing, you got to look for the right signals. And for me, if you're joining a startup, you got to look for the right signals with the founder more than anything else at the start. We can talk about that in a different video. Not only will you develop skills, but I think the main thing for me is your mindset. Your mindset changes massively. I've developed this mindset where no matter what the problem is, I know that I'm going to be able to solve it. It's just a matter of how and how long. I know I am incredibly privileged for saying this, but I've gotten to a point where I will never worry about getting a job again. And I think that is true job security. Ask anyone who's worked at a startup for a long period of time, and I guarantee you 90% of those people will not regret their choice. They would have learned so much that will be invaluable for their entire life. Also, why work for someone else when you could literally decide to work for yourself and build your own future and help the world and become a better place and all of these other cool things?